You guys never thought you'd see me again, didn't you? Hi everybody, and welcome back to the KnitKnackChat knitting podcast. I am your host, Zach, and this is my little corner of the internet where I talk about my yarny things, my knits, and sometimes my crochets, and just like fun stuff like that. Obviously I've been gone for a bit. My last episode was, about 3 months ago. And yeah, I've just been uber crazy. But before we get into a little life update, you guys can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as KnitKnackZach. And so go ahead and follow me, add me on there. That'd be awesome. I've also started a Ravelry group for the podcast. I know we're still kind of tiny, and I don't see any knit-alongs or anything big happening yet, but just to have the space for my little community would be really awesome. And yeah, that's really all I have, I think, administration-wise. There's not a lot going on. So back to where I've been. So my last video was in February of 2021. Today is May 19th, Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. And my last video was in February. So from there, I have finished my semester. I have finished my junior year at Viterbo University. And I just have one more left until I get my bachelor's degree, which is absolutely insane. I can't believe I'm almost done with my undergrad degree. It was an absolutely crazy semester. All of March, I had 3 performances in March. I had my Easter Christmas break, my Easter break, the beginning of April. I had my half recital, which was in person, and I wasn't singing with a mask on, which was super amazing, and I'm super grateful. I am currently fully vaccinated for COVID-19, which is really awesome. I feel really fortunate that I'm able to have my vaccine. And for those of you who are hoping to get your vaccine or getting your vaccine soon, awesome. Thank you for doing your part in keeping everybody safe and being mindful of others. And I finished school last week, which is crazy. I have all my grades in. I passed. I got credit for all of my classes, thank God. So that's something to be thankful about. I got so much knitting done. There were so many projects that I had picked up and started and finished that I'm just not going to cover. Just because you didn't see them at the beginning stages. But I'll quickly mention some of them. I knit my mom a So Chic Cowl by Jean-Philippe Claude for Mother's Day, and it's super pretty. She really loves it, so I'm excited for her to get to wear it once it gets cold again. That's really one of the only big things that I finished working on. So I'm done with school, so I'm back at home for the summer. I have so much lined up this summer. I have a lot of things that'll keep me busy. I have a lot of schoolwork that I have to keep in mind. And I have quite a few things that'll keep me afloat income wise, so I'm pretty excited about that. There's not too much going on with my life. So I guess we should just get right on in to the nitty gritty. And I'm going to start off with some finished objects. First, obviously, you can see it. I am wearing the Cozy Classic Raglan by Jessie May. This is knit out of the Weaverbird DK Dongle Tweed. by Muse 2320 Fiber Co. So it is a DK Superwash Merino with dongle nebs in it. I think it's like an 8515 Superwash Merino nep. Super amazing. This is in the Dutch blue colorway. Super beautiful tonal blue. I did alternate skeins in this, but honestly, I don't think I needed to. But it's so fun. It's so soft, and I love it so much. The next finished object I have, I think I finished pretty early on. I don't have all of my ends like kind of woven in on this, but it's done. So this is my rug by Junko Okamoto. This is knit out of Wool Addicts Air. So it's a really awesome, just super, like, it's bulky, but it's pretty lightweight. And I see myself like around a campfire in this. Like, it seems like a cute campfire knit to wear. Yeah. I added a little hem there, and see, I knit these sleeves like 3 separate times. I knit it with the decreases, and then I went back and I just took the decreases out. Oh my goodness. And I didn't love the decreases, so I just knit it straight. And yeah, so that's that. It was a fun sweater to make. My next finished object is actually something else that you guys didn't see me start, but this is the, oh, I love this look. This is the Best Beret by James Watts. Oui, oui, monsieur. Doo-doo. I actually really like this look. So this is knit out of Brooklyn Tweed Shelter in the cast iron colorway. Yeah, it's a woolen spun. Most of you probably know what Brooklyn Tweed is. I put one little stock on it. The only modification that I made on accident was I did one less increase. When I was doing the increase rounds, I kind of stopped on accident. An increase round late before decreasing, but it's still super awesome, and I love it. And I want to make another one. Pew. My next finished object is honestly, I'm so happy this is done. This is my Flying Foxtails shawl by Stephen West. I just love it so much. This is knit out of Muse 2320 fiber as usual. So my main color is Dovetail in her Crane Wife, which is 100% superwash merino for 4-ply fingering. And then the Surrey is Egret in the colorway Solidago, whatever. It's like a yellow orange. Yeah, I love this shawl so much. I knit this for Piece for Piece Craftings, Kinship and Friends, Make Long. I think I started it the last time, my last podcast, and then he like announced that he was doing a knit along, and I was like, you know what, I'm just not going to touch it. And then I didn't touch it until his knit along started, and then I finished it with the extension. I made the large version, so that's 15 eyelet rows. Super lovely. This was almost like a one skein Surrey project. I like barely got into the second skein of Surrey, which is like fantastic. But oh my gosh, I have so much Surrey left over. But I love this shawl. It's amazing. I love brioche, and I'm so excited. I really want to knit this again. So Oh, ooh, oh my goodness. And here is, oh, where is that? There it is. This, oh, I'm so happy I have this done. I have a few complaints with myself only. It's not the pattern itself. It was just me, knitter error versus pattern error. So this is the Convoy Cowl by Zachary Wilder. So as you can see, it's kind of wonky because I accidentally knit it into a Mobius. I accidentally twisted my cast on, which I didn't realize until almost all the way when I was done with it. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not ripping this out like a third time and recasting on. But, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing cowl. And it kind of flows perfectly if I just wear it like this. And I just let it just sit like that. So this is, mind my strings. So this is knit out of, again, Muse 2320 because I'm obsessed. The white is Crane Wife, which is the 100% superwash merino, just in the Bear birthday suit, which is undyed. And then the black is Starling in cast iron, which is a 85-10-5, I think. So superwash merino, nylon, and lyrics, which is the Stellina. It's just super pretty, and I love the subtle sparkle that it has, especially in this light. It's super nice. The only complaint is my own because I'm dumb. But I like that I did the original colors in it, and gosh, this was labor of love. I started this in January, and I didn't finish it until I think March. Yeah, I didn't finish it until like mid-March. So love it. I still haven't blocked this. I should do that. So that's it for all of my finished objects, pretty much. Yeah. So let's get on to my whips. So to start off, I'm gonna go kind of biggest to smallest first. So starting off, I have my Parallelolamb blanket. Wow, this looks really pretty on camera. Yeah, I really like this. So I am knitting this. So this is the Parallelolamb blanket by Stephen West. It is knit with 4 needles used at the same time. Garter stitch, pickup stitches, all that fun stuff. Here's the back side. I'm using the Weave and Steven technique as I get across, and I add my new yarn, which is really helpful. I can just snip on my ends at the end. Yeah, I am using Barocco Vintage DK. I don't have all the color numbers registered, but I'm kind of doing this sequence of, as you can see, kind of red, the orange, green, tan, orange, blue, tan, orange. So I'm doing orange every like third stripe, pretty much. But then also what I'm doing is so when I get back to when I finish this repeat, I'm currently on side B of this repeat. Once I finish this repeat, I'm going to be knitting green. I'm going to knit with the green. Yeah. Which will be really nice. So I kind of have it like alternated. Yep. So that's that. I'm using the US 6s, which are recommended for the pattern. It's a paid for pattern, so it's not a lot that I can give. Yeah. It's a fun project, super easy, super simple. Yeah, I don't have a lot to complain about with that. So that's that project. And then next, I'm going to show you these small things. So I'm having, actually, before I do that, I'm storing this in this little bucket that I bought from Hobby Lobby, I think. So it's just a simple tote that that has my project and then all of my yarn as well. So yeah. Bloop, bloop. Next, I have a pair of socks in my Dobby sock sack, which I got from, I think I got it from Arion Fibers during Christmas time. Next, I have a pair of socks. Oh my gosh, these look so pretty on camera. So these are just a simple pair of socks. I'm working on something new for myself. These are going to be a pair of shorties. 2 at a time, toe up. I did the Turkish cast on, and then I did a rounded toe increase. So I increased every row until I got like 3/4 of the way up. And then I did an every other increase until I got to my 72 stitches. I knit my toe. I'm knitting the Flegel heel. I knit the Flegel heel. So pretty much that goes all the way. So this is the entire length of my foot. So the bottom of my heel is here, and then you just turn it. So these are going to be a pair of shorties. So I have I think I have 5 rows right now on top. So I'm going to knit 5 more rows and then do 2x2 ribbing. And that'll be done. So I'm knitting this out of Muse 2320. This is the colorway Leica, or Luca. No, Luca is the needle brand. Lichen, that's what it is. It's Lichen. On Mockingbird, which is a 2-ply, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, which is her signature sock base that she uses. And then my contrast mini is just a random blue mini that I had purchased with it. So that's really awesome. I really love the blue contrast with this, and I'm going to be using it for my cuffs as well. So those are my simple socks that I'm just knitting away on. I'll have those done. I'll have a new one casted on by my next podcast for sure. Okay, so the next project that I'm working on is in my bearded pearl shawl bag, but it's not a shawl, it's a sweater. I am participating in Happy Knits cardigan make along. So if you guys don't know Yolanda from Happy Knits, you're crazy because she's popular than I am, and I swear if she watches this video I'm gonna lose my shit. Sorry. But I am working on the Harvest cardigan for her cardigan make-along. I currently have finished all of my increases, all of my Raglan increases, and I'm just at the point of... I'm at the point where I need to separate for sleeves. I just haven't gotten to that because I just haven't. I really just need to do that because then I can knit away at the body. Obviously, you can see what my biggest adaptation is for this. If you know the Harvest cardigan, you know that it has this garter panel collar and then just the stockinette body. I'm doing a bi-color Harvest, so I am using the Intarsia method to knit this collar one color and knit the body another. So you can kind of see that I have my yarn for my main color here, and as I knit my collar, I'll wrap here as I get here, and then I'll wrap it, and then I'll knit, 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 knit to the other side, and then I have a separate ball of my collar as well, and then I'll switch them and then work back. So that's really awesome. I'm super excited to be doing it this way. Let me quickly check my Ravelry notes because I want to give credit where credit is due to the person who I'm getting this idea from. I'm getting this modification from Vanessa. Her Ravelry handle is Romlia01. So she is currently, I think, still in the process of knitting her 2-color or contrast color harvest cardigan as well. In her project, she hasn't stated that she's finished it yet, but she has the notes for what she's doing to get this effect, which I really appreciate and really helped me want to do this. This yarn was originally being used for Andrea Mallory's March to May knit along. I was knitting her weekender, and I didn't like how it looked. I couldn't salvage it for myself, so I just ripped it out, and then I'm making this. So the yarn for this is again used 2320 because I don't knit with anything else, but you'll see that I am. This is her Crow Base, which is her non-superwash wool. So the collar is in Black Walnut, which is a super pretty brown tonal with some greens in it. That looks really pretty on camera. And then I'm using this cherry stitch marker Progress Keeper that I got in a Row 1 subscription like a while ago over the summer last year. And then my main color is a color she doesn't dye on rosin or on this base because of how it strikes. So this is rosin, one of her super popular colorways that looks absolutely gorgeous on all of her superwash bases, but it kind of strikes really harshly. You can see there that it really strikes bad and breaks in the dye bath super easily. So she doesn't dye it up on, so she just had like 3 or 4 skeins, and I was like, nope, she's not gonna use it, and she hopes that nobody buys it, so I was like, I'll just use it. So I'm using that, and I'm trying to alternate my skeins for that cardigan. So that's that. I'm super excited. I need to get a handle on it, just get the sleeve separated, because then I can just knit. But I'm super excited to have that cardigan done and be able to wear it. Next, my next whip is proof that I don't only knit with Sarah's yarn, even though I absolutely love her yarn and am super honored to be able to work with her and collaborate with her on occasion. But I am knitting the Outline Tank by Jessie May. I really don't have that much done on it so far. I just have like some of the ribbing done. I have like 4 or 5 rows of the ribbing done. Whoop whoop. Meh. As you can tell, I like blue. This is literally the exact same blue. So this is Fiber for the People yarn. Most of you probably know Taylor from Fiber for the People. She is a dyer out in Las Vegas. She is super popular. She's actually somebody who Sarah, my boss, looked up and used a lot of her videos to get her dyeing process down. I have the tag in the middle of the ball here, but I'm just going to take it out so I can tell you guys what this yarn is. So this is the colorway Going Out Jeans. And then this is on her linen. This is 51% baby alpaca, 24% Tuscan silk, and 25% linen. 437 yards, 100 grams, fingering weight. So this is a really gorgeous, gorgeous color. Really deep blue. I love the linen. I've never knit with linen, and after working with this, I really want to start doing it more. This is a super pretty color. And I'm super excited to be knitting this because two of my friends, Sarah and our other friend Char, are also knitting the outline tank, and the three of us are going to have a little feature with the outline tank by Jessie May. Is she has little like drop ladders. She has little ladders. So me, Sarah, and Char are going to be doing a rip party for when the three of us finish. We're gonna all rip our outlines out. I already know a few modifications that I'm going to be making to the pattern to make it fit me more, because it is a more feminine style garment, so I'm going to be trying to make it more masculine. I'm going to be cutting out the boobage-ness that the front and back have. So instead of making two triangles that meet for the straps, I'm going to keep it as one front panel, but just decrease this way. For both the front and the back. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do like a high-low, or if I'm just going to keep them the same and then do the strap. So that's one thing I know I'm doing for sure with the modifications, but I'm super excited for this project. And yeah, I think it's going to fly off my needles. I am knitting this on US 3s. These are my Chiaogoos. I will talk about my acquisition at the end, but I love it so much. Fantastic. So that's that project. My next project is, one of my favorite people ever, Sarah. A while ago, she came up with the design for a shawl with juniper moon fibers, and but she's adjusted it for the spring, and here it is. So this is the Tuesday shawl. So as you can see, it has a yarn as like the main color, and then all of the accents are done by ripped fabric. So the main fabric that I'm using is Blue Sky Fibers organic cotton in the Plum Dusk colorway. So she has two variants of this kit in the shop right now. She has a darker color, this dark color, Plum Dusk, and a lighter color that I don't know. So the lighter color comes with botanical dyed fabric that's ripped, that is going to be used as the accents. And then the Plum Dusk colorway comes with these already like printed fabrics. So it has this beige, gray one. There's a black and white one in here. There's this black with flowers as well. But it's a super fun pattern. It's bulky. It's pretty bulky. It's knit on US 13, but I'm knitting it on a US 15. Yeah, it's super fun. I'm super excited to get this done. It's a super simple pattern. Yeah. That's that. Nothing big. It's just something that I have if I want to give my brain a little break. I'm not holding that in a bag. I'm just have that on my shelf there if I want to pick it up. And the next, so my next project is in my French Supply Co. bag. I think this is like, they don't sell their bags anymore, which I'm super upset about, but it's in this bag. I am working on another Muse pattern. This is the Finch Hat by Muse 2320. It is a simple fingering weight colorwork hat with a folded brim. Kits are available at the store, and you can also, it matches my hair. Looks like my hair is just peeking through. And there's also just a ton of minis that you can mix and match if you come into the store, which is really awesome. So I am knitting this for my dad for Father's Day. Green is his favorite color, so that's why it's kind of like the main. It's not the main color. There's 3 colors that are used. But yeah, that's why I had the brown and green knit up in a brioche hat for a bit, and then I was like, I'm never gonna wear this because I knit it short because I just wanted to get it off my needles, and I like messed up several times. So I just ripped it out after it had been like already like knit up fully, which was fine. And then I was like, you know what, I want to use it and I want to give it to my dad because green is his favorite color. So I had picked up this. So again, Sarah, Muse 2320, love her so much. She's recently picked up the Weaver Bird, which is a DK Superwash Merino dongle neb, and then this is BFL and dongle nep fiber, which is a fingering weight fingering weight yarn, which is amazing. I think this is Storm. I don't have the tag anymore. Yeah, I don't have the tag anymore. I think this is Storm. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's not Mist, because Mist is bluer. So I think this is Storm. Yeah. So I'm using that. So I used that for the folded rib and the transition into the main color, but I'm now done using this. So I'm going to use this in another project. And then the green is Harbor, and then the brown is Mocha Chip, I believe. And then I think these both are her old 7525 fingering weight bases. So yeah, that's that project. I'm more than halfway done with like the colorwork section. So when I finish the color work, I'll just decrease and then brim it, and then cinch it together. And then I'll block it and give it to my dad for Father's Day. We have a visitor. Now that I'm at home, I have pets that I can show you guys. Come here, kitty. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Agnes. Come here. Here she is. This is Agnes. She's my kitty. Oh my gosh, her eyes are so pretty. This is Agnes. She's my kitty. I love her. She is like a rag doll. I got her from my high school friend's older sister, who couldn't look after her cat, and we had convinced my dad to have us keep her. I love her so much. She is a sweetie and a cuddle bug, but my golly is she so annoying. I love her. so much. But yeah, she's really needy. She gets fed at like, she thinks she needs to get fed at like 5:30 every morning. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's so early. I can't with her sometimes. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. I have to finish. I have one more thing. Oh, claw. Okay. I have one more thing that's kind of a work in progress. It's going to be a work in progress. So for those of you who may or may not know, SoSu is a knitwear designer who does a lot of brioche. And she is doing a brioche mystery knit along starting the 21st. She's a German knitwear designer. And yeah, I think if it's, I don't know when it starts, but I think I'll be starting mine tomorrow at some time because of like the time difference. But the knit along is starting the 21st in Germany. Oh, are you kidding me? So it's a brioche knit along, 4 colors, mystery. These are the 4 colors that I'm using. Oh, there we go. That's the right side. I'll be right back. Dog locked himself in the bathroom. I'm back. As I was saying, here are my colors that I'm doing. This is like kind of my swatch. Oh wait, no, this is the right side. This is my kind of swatch. The only thing that was like mentioned was that color A and B have to work really well together in brioche, and then color C needs to work well with color A and B in the background, and then color D needs to work really well as a contrast pop and contrast a lot with the other colors. So this is my swatch. I will tell you the yarns that I'm using. My color A, this is Storm by Muse 2320 on Crane Wife, which is the Superwash Merino 100% 4-ply. My color B is an old base. This is Whippoorwill, which is a 75-25 sock yarn in, what color are you? Stockholm. I could see the name, the little name tag on in the ball. So this is Stockholm. This is my color B. My color C is Crane Wife. Muse Crane Wife on Mist. Mist on Crane Wife, again by Muse. And then my color D is, oh my gosh, I really love this, is Sunshine on Cottage Sock by Red Stag Fibers. So obviously I got the 3 Muse yarns from Muse, but I was introduced to Red Stag Fiber by Unwound, a yarn shop that used to exist in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where I go to school. But they were having a trunk show with Red Stag Fiber, and I think I bought this color. I bought this color at Christmas time, or like New Year's, when I had gone back before they closed down. And then I got sent some Red Stag Fiber for my birthday, which is super nice. So I have this as my contrast color. I'm super excited. So that's that. That knit along starts the 21st. I got gauge with my swatch. Also, little tangent. Something that I noticed while I was knitting a swatch for a different project is that I twist my stitches when I'm knitting flat. I don't know if anybody else does this or if it's just me. But you know how, like, when you knit, you always knit through the front loop? But when you knit one way and then purl the other way, the stitches are kind of twisted when you're purling. So I'd always knit through the front loop, but doing that would twist the stitch, which was resulting in a tighter gauge, which is why my gauge is so tight. I was knitting a swatch in the shop and I was like looking at it and I was like, wait a minute, that's not right. I was like, Sarah, I think I'm doing something wrong. And she's like, yeah, you are. I don't know how I haven't noticed that. I was like, you know what? It's fine. We figured it out. I'm glad I figured that out before, like, chaos ensued. It was such a weird thing. So that's that. That's really all I have for active whips right now. So a future knit that I'm going to be starting soon is I am going to be joining the Vertices Unite knit along. So the Vertices Unite, if you don't know, because everybody and their mother has been knitting this shawl by Stephen West. The guys over at FiberHustle, mainly, nope, I'm not going to say either of their names because Chip is the quilter. Aaron is the knitter. Yes. I'm sorry, guys, if I got that wrong. But Aaron, technically both of them are hosting it, but it's really Aaron, because Aaron's the only one that knits, is hosting a Vertices Unite knit-along. So I haven't really figured out what I want to do with that yet. So I'm going to look in my stash and be like, okay, I can use this, Oh, I think I want to buy a skein to use. But yeah, that's really the main thing is like, I don't know yet. I think something that I might consider is doing a DK version. I'm thinking I might do that, use up some of my DK stash that I have. I have a skein. I have like 2 skeins that I really want to use in DK. So I think I might do that and do some fingering weight held double. Yeah, that would be really fun. Because then it would be kind of a, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Should I scour my fingering weight stash and just knit it fingering weight? Or should I go through my DK stuff that I really want to use and do fingering weight held double for some other cool pops? I know for sure I have some fingering weight stuff that I need to throw in there because it's a staple when I use Sarah's yarn, because that's honestly the yarn I'll probably be using for most of the shawl. But yeah. Also, let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see more of. I was talking to Sarah, and I know she's thinking about starting a podcast as well. Would you guys rather this continue to be a solo thing with me and you, or do you guys want me to bring Sarah along on this journey? Obviously, I'll have to go to school again in August, and we could figure out some sort of Zoom thing once a month. I mean, I easily could drive for like a weekend once a month. I could find an excuse once a month to drive into Hastings, and we could record an episode together, and then I could drive back. Or we could just keep this as a solo thing, and we can go and support Sarah as she starts a podcast. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. If you want to see this podcast move into more of a duo podcast, or if you would want to see it if we do end up moving together with Sarah, I'll probably stop posting on this channel and we'll go directly through the Muse logo entirely, which I'm totally fine with. I love working with her, and I'm really happy to be like kind of a partner with her. She's teaching me her talents of hand dyeing yarn, and I kind of want to dabble in that a bit, but in my own way. Kind of want to see what I can do with her help. But yeah, so let's move on quickly. I don't really have that many acquisitions or anything to show. I just have one big thing, which I'm super excited about. Sarah recently put in an order with Chiaogoo to restock her needles. And I was like, hey, can I put on an order for an interchangeable set? Yeah. And yeah, that's what I got. I was able to order an interchangeable needle set through Sarah. It is a complete set. I currently have a needle missing because I'm using it for a project, or I'm using 2 for projects. As of now, I have some more longer cables ordered for myself from Amazon because I need longer cables, especially for the smaller needle sizes, because those are typically the ones that need the longer cables because I knit shawls at that size more. So yeah, I'm really excited to be using these Chiaogoos. Chiaogoos are my favorite metal needles, and then Luca are my favorite wooden needles, and I really want to get another set of wooden needles because I think that'd be so awesome to have. Yeah, but I think that's really it that I have. I tried my best. I think I kept this under an hour. I stopped in the middle-ish, so I think I should be at about an hour. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for sticking with me through me finishing school and just being super stressed. And like, yes, I got a lot of knitting done, but I didn't have time available to me to be able to sit down and knit. So yeah, my future projects, the make-along that's happening soon, the knit-along that'll be happening. I think the FiberHustle knit-along starts in June, so that'll be super exciting. And then I'm also super exciting news. I'm going to be test knitting the Oxonian sweater by Vincent, who is by Dells on Instagram. He dyes yarn and does knitwear design, and him and his partner Max the knitter, have the Happy Hour knitting podcast, which I love. I love watching their podcast. It's so fun. I love the way they edit them, and I wish I had the determination and like patience to edit these videos like that, but I really don't. But I'm super excited. I'm going to be using his yarn, which I'm even more excited about because I made a silly mistake earlier today because I was just playing around and I clicked a button and it said boop, and I said so hopefully I'll be getting that yarn mid-June once I get the money to order it, but I'm super excited. So again, final goodbyes. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you were knitting on something that was calming and that you were able to get a lot of progress done in this time. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, add me on Ravelry, join our Ravelry Facebook page. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much. Have a lovely rest of your day, or sleep tight if you're going to bed. Have a good one, fiber friends. Keep on crafting.